Hey guys, alrighty, I forget which video we're on, but the important thing is that you are participating in this online party boot camp, and I am very proud of you for doing that, because I know it's not easy to take a look at our actions and say, okay, where can I do better, and where am I not doing super well, right? So I'm proud of you for taking this course and taking it seriously. All right, now the next thing you're gonna do is go take all of this stuff that you've learned and you're gonna apply it, okay? So that's gonna be a lot of fun. And I'm gonna be super proud of you, and I can't wait to hear all about it. But for this video, we are gonna talk about the nitty-gritty stuff about parties. The stuff that everybody kind of knows, but nobody really does. So there might be a little bit of tough love here. And tough love is still love, I promise. I love you. I want your parties to do really well. So I'm gonna sit here and play with my pillow that Micah Jenkins got me because I like it. It makes me happy. Okay, so hang with me while we do this. You guys know I don't script my videos. I just kind of wing it. So this video is about building relationships in parties and going into your parties with a positive mindset. So we've kind of talked about this a little bit already, but we need to really hammer this one home because this is really important. And I think that what happens is people go into their parties with the wrong mindset, and then they get they get the results that they don't want, and then they wonder why. So let's just talk about that really fast. I'll try to keep it short. So when you start an online party, keep in mind, like I've said already, the point in your parties is not to sell products. And I know that that seems counterproductive because don't we have parties to make sales? And yes, we do. But the results that you actually want from your parties are to build more relationships, more connections with people. That's what you're doing, okay? You are selling the experience of you as a presenter to party guests. So it all starts with you. It's like I said in the other video, you set the tone, or the other post, you set the tone. The tone of the party is 100% on you. How many times have we said, oh, my party didn't do well because my hostess kind of sucked? Okay, well, let's take some personal accountability there. Why did your hostess suck? Did you coach her? Did you take the time that you should have taken to build a connection and a relationship with her? Or did you just send her like, hey girl, I'll do all the work, just invite your friends and have fun and maybe comment on my posts? Okay, so always, no matter what, when it comes to your business, and really anything in life, but we'll talk business, you've got to learn how to take personal accountability. So if you're not getting the results that you want, you have to like reflect and say, okay, what am I doing or not doing to give me those results? And so when it comes to online parties, if your online parties aren't doing really well and you're going to point the finger, oh, it's the products, it's the company, it's people don't do online parties anymore, it's Facebook algorithm, it's the groups, it's my hostess, it's her party guests, you're not going to learn anything, and chances are you're just gonna quit because you're not willing to take personal responsibility for where your business is at. So if you're not doing a lot of online parties and the ones that you are doing aren't doing very well, what can you do to make them better? And I promise you 1000% of the time that comes down to the relationships that you're trying to build in those parties. So if you are not building relationships in your parties, you are missing out on a gold mine. I mean, it's just, that's the whole point. That's what we do parties for. So make sure that you're working on learning how to build relationships. If you feel like you don't have anything to offer anybody, or that you don't want new friends, you don't want to make Facebook friends, then what are you doing? Like, why are you in this business? Because that's what this business is, guys. Like I said, it's a little tough love. I love you. I'm not trying to be ugly. It's just, that's what it is. And so if you want the results, you got to put in the work. How many times have you guys heard me say that now? I say it all the time. So you can't want high PRS and promotions if you're not willing to put in the work that it takes to achieve those things. And the number one thing about Unique is that to make it up the compensation plan, you have to care about other people. So what better way to start doing that and teaching yourself how to do that than by starting in your online parties? Because if you start genuinely caring about the people in your online parties, genuinely caring about who they are, what products work for them, who are their kids, what are their hobbies, right? When you start focusing on things like that, instead of on pitching mascara, or whatever, you're gonna start to create those relationships. It's just gonna become second nature. You're going to inevitably start defaulting to putting your arrows out into other people and really starting to like teach yourself how to connect with other human beings, right? That's the point. That's what you want to do. You want to grow your business, you got to make more friends. You need to make friends, you got to be a nice person. How do you make friends? You get to know them, right? People love to talk about themselves. So ask them questions about themselves. I think in my very first Facebook party, for the first 2 days, I don't think I posted about any products at all. I could be wrong, I'm trying to think back, but I remember that I did not post about products, at least for the first day, and it might have been the first 2 or 3 days. Reflecting on it, I just spent some time getting to know people, and that was one of my favorite parties of all time. I still talk to almost every single party guest from that party. Still, 3.5 years later, I'm like, some of them are on my team now, some of them still shop for me, some of them have never ordered anything ever, but we're friends and we talk on Facebook, you know? So that's what you've got to pay attention to. You have got to build relationships in your parties. If you are not working your parties to build relationships and connections, genuine connections, don't just add people and then throw them in your VIP group or your customer group or whatever, and then never talk to them again. You can't do that. You have to treat people, okay, whew, hold on, my Irish is gonna kick up here. Look, we are in the business of collecting friends, genuine friends. So find people in your parties, and I promise you there's people in every single party that you have that you can connect with on some level. Post pictures of pets, post pictures of your kids, post pictures of your job. How about where you're from? Like, there's so many different things that you can talk to people about, that you can connect with people on. You don't have to tell them your whole life story. They don't need to be like the bridesmaid at your wedding next year or anything like that. But you do need to be on good terms with people. You do need to learn how to establish friendly rapport. So I'm going to give you the name of two books that I want you to either download on audio or order. There's 2 of them. One is by Dale Carnegie. It is called How to Win Friends and Influence People in the Digital Age. Make sure you get the digital age one. The other one's really good, but it's older. Like, it was around like years and years and years ago. So get the one for in the digital age. What is the name of the other one? I just drew a total blank. It's The Thank You Economy by Gary Vaynerchuk, okay? So those are 2 books that will really help you learn how to communicate with people, how to appreciate your customers, how to build genuine relationships with people. And when you're working on those things, people will be loyal to you to a fault. I have people who are shopping for me who still buy religiously from me, who've been ordering from me for 3 years, because I've taken the time to build connections with them. And if you're not doing that, if you're not retaining customers and friends from each one of your online parties, what's the point in doing online parties? I mean, you might as well like just go stand at the street corner and try to sell makeup, because that's about as useful as it's going to be. So, number 1 thing, go into your parties with a positive mindset. Stop thinking about the sales, start thinking about the people and the relationships and the new connections that you're going to have. Because when you open yourself up to connect with other people, they then trust you to connect with their friends. And then when you're doing the same thing, you're connecting with their friends, they're going to trust you to connect with their friends, because you're not salesy, you're not spammy, you're not shoving mascara down their throats, you're not begging them to order, you're not having a sale every other week, right? You are a person who they've come to enjoy, who they've come to get to know on a personal level. And when they need makeup, they're going to come to you. That's how it works. So, positive mindset equals positive results, okay? It takes time. This is a habit that you have to create. This is a habit that you have to work on and you have to tweak. It's like if you go to the gym and you're trying to lose weight and build muscle, it doesn't happen overnight. This is something you get better at over time. But if every single day you show up to your parties and you give it 100%, every single day, your best is going to get better, and then in time, your business is going to grow. That is, I promise you, there's no way that it doesn't. There's no way that it doesn't. If you truly show up and give it 100% every single day, and you're genuinely laser focused on building connections and building relationships with more people, I promise you, you are going to see the results. I can't promise you when. I have no idea. Your timeline, my timeline, everyone's is different, but I promise you, you will see results. I think that's all for this video. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you soon.